Sound check. What in the world is going on here? I don't think y'all are hearing me. I need a confirmation. Yes, no. It does sound good. Okay. I don't know why the little music in the beginning it didn't come through on my end, and it's never done that. That is precisely why I asked every single time. Impressions. Thank you, VC Clutch, and of course Dannon, one of my OGs, been here since the beginning. Um, all right, well, cool. That's so strange. I don't know if you hear the lovely rain coming down, as it were. That's just the way it happens. I don't know why, but sometimes the rain comes at 3, sometimes it comes at 8, right when I want to go on. So, hi, how are y'all? Yes, to answer these questions I'm getting, I am the dad of that kid that wouldn't get out of the car. My name is Caleb Leverett. I'm a recovered alcoholic. I get on this podcast and I talk about things that a lot of people don't want to talk about. Just like back in my activism days, I recorded things that news didn't talk about. That's why you never see this common thing that happens all the time. What happened on my channel with both of my sons. Well, I've got 3 of my sons, but only drastically horrible things happened to 2 of them, Parker, and then 4 years later, his little brother, Blaine. So, anyways, I've got some housekeeping I want to do. I've got a very special guest coming on tomorrow. And this guy, he found my channel and emailed me, and he sent me some links, and it kind of blew me away. Let me pull this up real quick. This guy's name is Cesar Quintana, and this is an article that was written about him by the AP. And I appreciate when people that want to come on here send me stuff like this, because it does not sound like a dick, but I do have to vet a little bit, because some people lie and don't want to, or they don't want to send me anything. They just want to get on, and I don't know what their reasons are, but this is really interesting. And this guy's going to be on tomorrow, and then I'm going to get to what today I'm going to be talking about. But Russia was massing troops on the border with Ukraine when an increasingly desperate Cesar Quintana went to the U.S. Embassy in Kiev in December and to plead for a passport for his toddler son, who had been abducted by their Southern California home a year earlier by his Ukrainian-American mother. Quintana got a U.S. court order showing he had sole legal custody of a 2-year-old Alexander. He was granted the passport, bought the plane ticket, and a few days later headed to the airport for a flight home, but they never boarded the plane. Police who he said were summoned by Alexander's Ukrainian grandmother, the mother of Quintana's estranged wife, ordered the boy to be turned over. Now, 3 months later, Ukraine is ravaged by war, as we have all seen, because it's all over everywhere. The city of Mariupol, where Alexander had been living with his mother and his grandmother's home, is under siege. Quintana, who is back in the U.S. now, has lost contact with them and is so distraught he's considering going into a war zone to find his son. This is a quote from him. "I'm willing to do everything and anything," Quintana told the Associated Press. "I just want my son back." And those are heroes. That is a hero that I love finding. I get really, really excited and happy when parents like that reach out to me. I'm not into celebrity gossip, and I don't really care about celebrities and what they do and what they don't do. I mean, I guess if one ever wanted to come on, if they found me and they were in some kind of similar situation, I guess I would talk to them. But that is a real hero. That is a man literally quoted saying, "I'm willing to go into a war zone to save my son." And so he's going to be on tomorrow, weather permitting. So speaking of weather permitting, there's a pretty big cell. I just checked the weather. If it goes blank, I lose power frequently here, but it only lasts for a few seconds. But when it does, obviously I'll lose the link and I'll just have to get back on. So far, knock on wood, it's never happened while I was actually live, but it's come really close and I was kind of shocked that it didn't. So if it happens, it just happens. There's nothing I can do about it. But today, I want to address my trolls because I love to do it. And some people might think I'm a little obsessive with it, and maybe I am, but you screw with my kids, and this is what happens. Y'all think mama bears get angry. Papa bears get really angry too. We get really clever, some of us. And some of my critics I love to address strictly because I get accused of silencing my critics. I dare say I don't listen to a lot of podcasts. I really don't. But I do, consume social media of all kinds, different hosts, different people, different talk shows. I dare say that most people don't have as many of their critics and openly invite them to come on as I do. Yeah, some of the Sean Hannity's, they'll have debates, but I think a lot of that's staged. I think they're all in the big club and they're all in it together. And while I was looking, I was taking some screenshots. I was going to make a slide to throw in here because I like putting up their ignorant quotes. But I'm going to share my screen that I found. I totally forgot that I tell people all the time that you cannot criticize me. Oh, you can criticize me, duh, but you can't put links in my comment section. I don't know why. I really don't know why, but YouTube just will not allow links in my comments. And I've known this was here, this tab, but I kind of forgot about it. So let me pull this up. Share screen. Channel. Comments and mentions. I think that's the one. Now let me put me down here to make it a little bit bigger for y'all. All right, y'all see this is this is the published. You click that and this is everything starting. Hell, I'll even refresh it right now. All right, right here, starting right here. This is every comment that it is currently live on my page, and but right here is called held for review. Trolls, I want you trolls to see this. When you click on it, this is everything that is held for review. Now, these are not all necessarily criticisms of me, but what I'm trying to get across to people, again, I don't know why, but this is just how YouTube has it for my channel. I can only assume it's because of what my channel revolves around with, me fighting for my kids and all those years back. But if you put a hashtag such as hashtag MGTOW, it will get flagged. Now, I can manually go in here and I can approve it, but as you can see, I don't have, there's no way I could ever have time to go and read every single one of these and decide whether or not it's, because I've read some of them and some of them are actually, very clever, very well written, nice questions. Okay, that's the first thing. You can't have a hashtag there. Another thing you cannot have is a link, which a hashtag is a link, but you can't have a hyperlink like right here. Someone just put, this favorite game person put this link right here and then put a couple question marks. If it thinks it's a link, it will go straight to the held for review. There's another one, well, it's the same principle, but for instance, I'm trying to find a good example of it. If you don't put a space after a period and you start the next sentence and they think it's if YouTube thinks it's a link, it looks like a link to them, this is where it happens. Like right here. There's a good example right there. I don't know how well that shows up on your end, but I guess they're speaking Spanish, which I know some, but not very much. kvum.monster. There's no space there. Now, whether they meant to make that a link or whether they were just talking, I don't know. But here's another one. Well, now see, now this one, they may be actual trolls, but because I see all these dot monster, vor dot monster, right here. Go Parker. Completely in support of us, but it's a hashtag, and they just won't let it in there. I mean, like I said, like approve. Okay, I can come in and approve them, but looky's here. This back the blue person who's just insistent that I go through there and I delete all their comments. This was on my debate. Okay, this is on the second round. Oops. I'll just read back the blues comments so they just know, they can see it for themselves, and I'll even approve it. Oh God. I'll tell you what, I'm not going to read all that. Here we go. Let's just, I'm trying to see what they might have done. I don't see a hashtag. Trying to look for maybe they didn't put a space after a period. Okay, here they're talking to spilling the tea. Here we go. Yeah, hashtag. I mean, that's Panna. Panna's here all the time. Why would in the world would I intentionally delete something from Panna? I mean, he's an OG. He's been here. She, I think it's a he. Sorry, I don't know. He just put hashtag drunk spilling the tea. That's the pet nickname for that particular troll that I gave. And I mean, why in the world would I delete when somebody who's regularly coming on here, supporting my channel? Maybe that's why it got deleted, because maybe that's why the original got deleted, because all the threads got deleted. I really don't know. But here, just so poor little back the blue feels good. See, I could trash it if I wanted to, but I'm not. I'm going to see that. See, it says approve. I'm going to approve it. There. Well, approve. Okay. I'm obviously actively trying to approve it. Maybe I have to approve these first. Approve. Maybe now I can approve it. Okay, that check mark is slightly grayer. I can't help you there. I don't know why it does that. That's out of my, but here, I'll hold it steady so y'all can take a screenshot of what everything back the blue has criticized me for. There, take your screenshot. It's all there. Here's another one. Sharon Holloway. Why in the world? Sharon's here quite a bit. Why in the world would I delete Sharon delete something Sharon Holloway put on here? I didn't. Had to share this. YouTube. I have no idea what it is, but it was on one of my lives I did last week called "My Balls Their Choice." So I'll hit approve, and if y'all want to go look and see it later or whenever on "My Balls My Choice," that one from Sharon Holloway, it'll be there. I'm curious if I can find another back the blue and see if I can approve or not approve another comment or just that comment. I don't know. Just served for Johnny Depp. I don't know what that means, but I mean, why would I bother deleting it? Oh, that's right. I didn't. It's a hashtag. Oh, here's another one. If you put like multiple letters, they were like the cops' words, EWWW. I don't know if they thought that was trolling because it's 3 letters in a row. If you put a lot of exclamation points, I've noticed those get kicked out sometimes. I've got access to this on my phone, but it looks completely different. And I rarely get on. I've known it was on my lap or my desktop here, but yeah, that one's just a total troll. I guess that's why they do it. Here we go. Oh, how is he now to his mom. HIS.MOM. It's even highlighted in blue. They didn't put a space there. They think YouTube thinks it's a hyperlink, and so it's booted. I'm just curious. Please, I've seen a few of your videos, but none say yet. Well, there's a reason, Evelyn Holmes. Nothing personal to you, but I don't talk about that. I don't talk about my kids' personal lives, and particularly their relationship with other people. And I've said that many times, and my OGs that are here all the time, they know that. So I'm going to give this just another minute, see if I can find, here we go. Aw. You know, a lot of us talk like that. Sarah Danielle, I even recognize that user. So I think, so very proud of you, Parker. Keep doing what you love. That's so awesome. But the only thing I can think of is, which I do it too. All the AWWWW, there's a lot of them there. And so it was just bumped off, but I'll approve it. So I'm going to try to find one from, yeah, there we go. Hashtag Parker. Why in the world would I bother? I'll just approve it, whatever. But they're supporting me. I'm going to try to find a Back the Blue. I'll give this just a few more minutes. Wow, lots of W's. Sick woman. I can only assume, again, lots of W's there. It gets flagged. I can't help it. That's from the same person right there. I mean, look, Jesus. Hashtags. I don't know what the point is that, obviously, and I'm not going to approve that, but what's the point? That's not me hiding anything. Here we go. Childhood.like. There's no space there. It's a hyperlink. It gets booted. Come on. Where's old Drunk Tea or Back the Black and Blue? Don't click read more. Okay, I'm not going to click or read more because it's just a bunch of smileys. Okay, we can probably all guess why this one got deleted, even though there's not a hashtag in it. I just don't see any more over here from Back the Blue. Just those. Oh, here's hashtag we back the blue. Proud of the hashtag. We're proud of this boy standing up for his ground against his mother. I don't know why anybody hashtag that, but okay. I don't think a lot of people realize what hashtag's for. It's literally to make a clickable link. You can find things like Team Parker, hashtag Team Parker. You click on it. Oh, what's Team Parker about? Oh, I click on hashtag Team Parker, and boom, it takes me to all kinds of videos and articles and comments or whatever I want to find out about what people are saying about it. I respect the fuck out of this cop. Not quite sure why they deleted that, but maybe it's the F-bomb with cop. I don't know. Maybe. I'm still not seeing any more Back the Blues. And I know. Okay, we're all the way back to a year. How in the world did it jump from a year to? That's still a year ago. Well, I know. I don't think Back the Blue was trolling back then a year ago. That's why I don't see it. Okay, look here. It goes from 1 month ago. 1 month. 1 month. 1 month. 2 months. 3 months. 1 year. Okay, it just jumps. I have no idea why, and I'm not even going to talk about this anymore. I've proved it. Anytime another troll comes along, I'll just send them this little link here. So, anyways, I want to get to some of y'all. Hi, Dwayne. Although it's annoying they don't Catch blocks some of the WhatsApp send me money comments. I have to delete those almost every day. I don't guess I see any of those. See, that's strange. You're really the only YouTuber I really know. I don't see a lot of those. So you should be able to search on the back to blue. Okay. I might later. I just now figured out it jumps from, 1 month to 2 months and then immediately goes to a year back. So I don't know what's going on there, but I don't want to bore everybody, but thanks. I'll try it. Hashtags are basically like keywords for online content. Yeah. You just click on them and makes it real easy to find it. Okay. This person's getting canned. Block you. An error occurred. Try refreshing the page. Whatever. I can't even block them. This person just gives a bunch of periods. No idea why. Vindex World. I remember you. Multi-billion-dollar company and can't even code simple systems. I'm not even surprised anymore at this point. I feel like Google isn't even trying anymore, making it purposely hard for YouTubers. Maybe the AI is taking over. Maybe I'm not here. Maybe I am a robot. All right, cool. Thanks, Dwayne. I appreciate that. Just dropped my kids off, so I'm driving tonight. Well, Tori, don't text and drive. But thank you for showing up, man. I appreciate it. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. I'm pretty sure that dude was Explorer Jackson, but from another account. Somebody else I have no clue who Explorer Jackson is. That might be me revealing my age. I'm not even sure. I don't know if that's old or new. But I've heard somebody else say that. But I don't know what it means. Leo O'Brien. Caleb, I have to say, hearing you cry after you spoke to the cop in Parker versus the Man video always brings a tear to my eye. Well, Leo, thank you. And I feel you because it, even to this day, I can't watch it. The last time I watched Parker versus the Man was a little over a year ago. And I was in my little sailboat. And I was on Mr. Palmer's channel. And I was watching him talk about it. And I think he covered it in a live, and then he interviewed me later. Yeah, I think that's how it went. But I wanted to see, I was getting tagged, hey, Mr. Palmer was talking about you. I was like, who's Mr. Palmer? And so I looked him up, and then I watched him. And to watch that man defend my son the way he did, that also brought a tear to my eye, in addition to the way it met that video messes up my head. I can't function. It's like, it makes me so ill. I get this pit in my stomach. But thank you, Leo. I appreciate that. Explorer Jackson trolled your entire stream 2 days ago and came back and trolled today before DS. Okay. All right. Thanks. Thank you, Dwayne. Okay. Now, I should have known. What does the boy in the truck do for a living now? I can say that. I don't normally answer the personal questions about him, but since I've already answered that before and he's okay with it, he is a professional horse trainer. Parker is a professional horse trainer who specializes in starting colts. I used to say breaking colts, and then I got corrected that it's not breaking colts because that sounds, I don't know, PETA offensive or something. I really don't know. So I'm told that the new term is starting colts, which is true. I mean, I've heard Parker say it both ways: breaking colts, starting colts. Brand new baby horses. They're just barely, not even 2 or right at 2 years old, just big enough to start having a human on their back. That's the ones he likes. The wilder, the better. I don't like blocking people on other channels, so I timed out. If they're obvious, Dwayne, you have my permit. You know me well enough. If you if you think they need to be blocked, I really don't care. They just have at it. Blessed mom. I'm a single mom that had to get full custody due to safety issues, but I'm pro dad. I get that a lot too. Yeah, I understand. That's exactly why I don't call myself solely a father's rights activist. It sucked for my boys. Our story ended well. They're all grown and honorable, hardworking men. Well, very good. And I'm glad they had you, their mother, in their life. I totally get it. There are some real deadbeat asshole dads. And I'm actually working with a mother right now. I can't go into very much detail. And she's kind of in the same position as Blessed Mom is. Well, I can't talk about it, but if things go the bad way, then I'll likely be covering it and have her on. So, but yeah, I totally get you, Blessed Mom. A gonk droid. Are you the dad of the kid that refused to get out of your car? Do you regret it? I'm glad you asked. That's literally the title of this. And that's what I wanted to really talk about. I got sidetracked with, well, pretty much everything, and I'm almost or 26 minutes in. Yes, gonk droid. I am the dad of the kid that refused to get out of your car. And do I regret it? Hell no. I don't regret one thing. In fact, again, I'm glad you asked. If I had to do it all over again, about the only thing I would do different on that very day is have more cameras, because your cameras don't lie. I encourage people in all high conflict situations, like in my case, custody, pickup, drop off. Always, 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 always have your camera going. And when you do, I mean, having it going is great. Some people carry in their pocket, and some people like kind of hide it. And the reason I know why they do, because it affected me too. It's kind of awkward. We're talking about your kids here. The stakes are very high. One little thing, if your camera could catch it, you need to have it. So what I encourage people to do, if it gets that bad and your ex is really that bad, dad or mom, doesn't matter. I've seen both. It happens both ways. When you go to exchange, when you get out of the car, you push record, turn it horizontally, make sure you've got a full battery, make sure you've cleared out enough space, and you walk out and you just, you talk to them just like this. And if, like, say the dad's there, it's, say it's the mom giving it to the asshole dad. When you're talking to the dad, you can look right in his eyes, but you hold this up. And if he talks over here to somebody else, yeah, just zap that guy. Just like totally delete, block. I got him. All right, Gonzo. When you get out of the car, you just talk to him, and you don't have to be belligerent. You don't have to be mean. But the Parker movie that y'all saw, this is literally what I did for 72 minutes. Whenever she came and stepdad came to the window, I'm doing this. Whenever the Spinks or Rocha came, I did this. And I talked to them. And then whenever it was, Parker's turn to talk, and this is all I was doing. I was talking to everybody. Sometimes I'll be looking over here. Sometimes I'll be doing this. It just I was trying to get as much as possible. And I'm sure it looks silly and you feel silly at first, but that's exactly how I caught all that. Same with Parker versus the Man. We got out of the courthouse, and I actually started to record while we were still in, not the courthouse itself, but in the hallway. And the cops coming up to me, and we were already have the worst day of our life. And I just wanted to catch all this because I was scared. I didn't know what was going on. And I held my camera up. And this cop comes screaming at me down the hall, "Sir, you cannot record here. You're going to get arrested." I just said, whatever. And I turned it off, and I looked over down the hall, and there was a tripod from a News West 9 or CBS 7 filming in the hall, pointing it into the courtroom. I said, "Well, what about them? They've got a freaking tripod. Are you going to arrest them too?" But anyway, it feels awkward, but it's very necessary. And to answer your question, do I regret it? No, I do not regret it. The only thing I would change, I would have a body cam on me. Amazon sells badass body cams. And when I was wearing a body cam back in the Blaine days, they were like 200, 250 bucks, but they've come way down. You can get a really nice one, like with all the bells and whistles for 150, some of them 120. Some of them you get 2 packs for 200 even and have a backup. And they're one touch, they're all weather, they're shock proof. You can drop them. And once you get it, you learn how it works, you test it, you download it. It's super simple to download all your, and it'll hold now they hold like up to 120 gigabytes or something crazy. It holds a shitload of information. But you'll know when you need to turn it on. Like when you get pulled over with a cop, just turn it on. Just, have it on, have your body. If you can, I would carry it in my car if I was you. If you regularly go pick up and drop off your kids, just have it on yourself. Either put it up here or maybe your belt or wherever you feel comfortable. If you're sitting in your car, you can have it up here, and they make little clips for them and Velcro things. But if you've got this real sick sensation that it's going to be a whopper, like you're really potentially going into something, you don't know, get them all going. Wear the body cam and this one, because like you might be looking this way and you want to catch what's going on here, but something else you want to catch. Your body's, let me take that off so y'all can see. Your body's facing this way, but something might be going on over here. You want to be able to catch that. And another thing about recording is just because you get some really raunchy video on camera, what your horrible ex did, hold on to it. You don't necessarily have to publish it. In this click world where everyone's just trying to go viral. I mean, I get accused of that. I just want to go viral. Well, you're exploiting your kids. Like, really? I'm going to get off on a little bit of a tangent there. Speaking of exploiting children, do you have any idea how many people actually exploit their children? I was watching Mr. Palmer's Instagram today, and some parents were apparently back in the day grooming. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that. Getting their own daughter ready, their own 17-year-old daughter, to go hook up with R. Kelly. And like they were like pimping her out. Those people are exploiting. And if you'll notice, critics of mine, speaking of, if you'll notice, everybody in all the comments, where's Parker? How's Parker? How's Parker? How's Parker? If there was a current video of Parker, they probably wouldn't be asking that, because it's a simple search and you could find it. There's a reason it's not anywhere. There's a reason my kids don't have social media, not because I told them no. They don't like it. They don't want to be in the spotlight. So if I really wanted to be shitty and exploit my children, then they would be exploited. If I really wanted to do that, there would be all kinds of video, and I'd be on here talking about, oh yeah, I got the latest gossip on Parker, what he did, and then old Blaine did this, and oh man, you should have seen what happened that night. Old Hayden did that and this, and London came to the rescue. And I mean, I could be really shitty if I wanted to, but I won't. And I absolutely never, ever will. And I say this all the time. If any of my lovely cheerins ever want to talk about what it was like in the old days and talk about what their relationship with whoever they want, to anybody they want, they can come on here if they want to. They can make their own YouTube channel. They can go to the news station, or they can do whatever they want. They can talk about their private lives all they want to, just like I can talk about mine, but I will not talk about theirs. So anyway, back to getting juicy, good footage. Hey, you never know what you're going to get. You never know, because people, as awkward as it feels for you the first time you do this, I promise you, it's going to feel really weird for a bunch of them because most people are not used to someone coming up, especially somebody they used to be intimate with, and having this like stuck in their face. I mean, don't get that close, but you know what I mean. Some people, you don't know what they're going to do. The idea is to make them realize, oh, there's a camera here. I better behave. Now, ultimately, you want them to just simply behave because that's what you should do. Just behave. Just be cool with the kids. Drop off. Don't do anything crazy. Don't do anything dumb. Don't do anything stupid. You want them to just be cool. So having this out in the first place is generally going to make people behave. It's like walking into a court. There's a famous line from Dexter. He says, or the serial killer, kill serial killers. When you go into court, everybody's on their best behavior. Yeah, because they know everybody's watching them. Same way at the camera. People come out and they see cameras, and especially if you've never had a camera on before, they're gonna. And some of them might get smart. Don't ever answer questions like, "What's the camera for?" Like, you notice stepdad asked me that. Did I answer? No. What's the point? It's a completely pointless question. There's no way I'm going to tell him exactly why I'm doing it. It doesn't have anything to do with that was designed. Well, I don't know if he's smart enough to really design it to distract, but all that was it would just be a distraction. But just because you get something, if they do something terrible that they shouldn't be doing, that doesn't mean you just go straight home and publish it. If they do something terrible and you get it on camera, do your best to get the child and just de-escalate and leave. Just simply leave. Don't mouth off. Don't say screw you. Or whatever people come up with. People get angry. It's their kids, and it's both sides' kids. And people say lots of things. Let them scream all they want. Bite your damn tongue and don't say anything. Now, if they ask questions that are directly pertinent to the child, do you have their backpack? You can answer that. Yes. Here's the child's backpack. In most decrees, you're ordered by law. You have to answer that. You have to communicate to a certain degree in most situations. But what's the camera for? What do you think you're going to do with that? What any questions, open-ended questions like that, just don't answer it. Just say, I'm here to deliver the child, or I'm here to pick up our children. I need to get their stuff. Their backpack's right there. They've got an appointment, or they got a soccer game if you want to come, or whatever. Pertinent information about the child only. And if they do something stupid, just try your best to get in the car, get your kid, and just leave. No matter what they're saying, just leave. And when you leave, they're going to know that they're on camera. And they don't know if you're going to publish it. They don't know if you're going to take it to a lawyer. They don't know what you're going to do. They don't know if the judge is going to see it. But you can use that. If they did something really dumb, you can use that to your advantage. Look, I know what you did, and it's horrible, but I'm willing to drop it if you just leave me alone and stop doing, whatever it is they're doing that is harming the child. You can use that as leverage. Back off. I'll drop it if you'll drop it. That sort of thing. But I tried that and I got sued anyways. And so here we are, 43, or almost 44 million views later. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I haven't been. Stephen Turner, you reading my stuff? I will try. I don't get to them all, but I'll try. Cadence Phelps. That's the thing. We only ever saw Candace with a camera in her face. It always makes me think of how she is when she doesn't have a camera in her face. I can't speak to that. I see why you would ask that and wonder. It's perfectly, man, I don't know if y'all can hear that, but that rain is coming down. Snake wearing shorts. Do you do this style of stream every time the YouTube algorithm guides new people to the iconic vid? I started this about a month ago. In fact, I'm pretty sure this will be my 5th week. It just so happens that Thank you for bringing that up. A snake wearing shorts. It just so happens the last week the Parker movie just went crazy again. I mean, not super crazy like it did, years in the past, but it's been significant. My channel is significantly up. Hence the reason my numbers at the moment are going up. Like I said, I started this this would be I believe my 5th week going into it. I've been wanting to do this for a long time. I've done lives before. I've been doing lives for about 2 years, but I finally sold the sailboat because you can't really do it in a sailboat. It's just it's a sailboat. But now I've got this little tiny house, and I made this little makeshift little studio, and got my high dollar $19 Amazon special alien behind me. And now I try my best, because I enjoy doing this, go live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. I came on today just because I wanted to keep the momentum going. I'm trying really, really hard to get not away from the Parker stuff, but to continue it. I can only imagine why it keeps going viral is because nothing ever changes in the family court. 14-year-olds every year, there's a whole new crop of them that go through the same thing. And so I'm just trying to talk to people on how to deal with the situations and mistakes that I made. Mazen, growing up, I always said I have the best parents, but you're really giving my parents run for their money, or for the best parent, in my opinion. Well, thank you, Mazen. I know I could never replace your parents, but that's very kind of you. Thank you. Naomi Singh, if that's her best behavior, it can't be good. Maybe I can't comment on that. Hello, Sharon. We were just talking about you earlier. I don't know if you're in the comments, but we found one of Sharon's, my OGs. It's been here for a long time. One of her comments got deleted or put in the trash or the hold bin because it had a link in it. It's been tough when you have to constantly walk on eggshells because someone else's bitter rage. Yes. Amen, sister. I cannot tell you the relief that I have now, being sober, but not having to walk on those stupid eggshells, worried that maybe I forgot to suck. Maybe there's going to be traffic and I'm going to be 5 minutes late. I don't have to worry about that, because I worried about that for years, that something else was going to get me sued again. No idea who that is. So yeah, it's nice. Stephen Turner, Jew leave. I don't know what that means. Ravioli Ralph, what happened to your ex-wife? She's fine as far as I know, but I can't talk about it. Cade Zimmerman, Parker's mom should have been arrested in 2014 and would have, dude, by the cops. Yeah, that's not really necessary. I mean, I understand you have your opinions, but to me, it's a little tacky. Tino Pierre, how long ago was it now when Parker refused to get out of your truck? It was 9 years. That happened in 2013. May the 26th is when it actually happened, but I did not release it until June something, 6th or 8th. I waited about a couple weeks before I released it. I didn't want to release it. I didn't. I mean, I knew I had it the whole time. I uploaded it and I was ready to, but I didn't release it because I wanted to negotiate. But they made it very clear that they're not interested in negotiation. And so, all right, fine. Click. Oh my goodness. I'm so far behind. Stephen Turner. See, I'm getting to you, I promise. I saw your video 10 years later, but it was interesting. Well, thank you. Vindex World. Ever consider doing podcasts in the afternoon mornings for the European people, saying that from the Netherlands it's 3 a.m.? Actually, yes. Vindex World. my best friend in the whole wide world of sports lives in England, and she's always telling me that it's when I go live 8 here, it's 1 a.m. there, and she wants me to bump it up. I might. This time frame is not set in stone. I don't have to do it. At the moment, it kind of works out for me because it's so hot here, and my little tin shack that I live in, the AC has a really hard time keeping up. And I've got this wall here that walls it off. But during the day, we take the wall, it's just a big heavy cotton blanket. We take it down so the AC air conditioner can get back here. The only other time I can do it in the morning would be in the mornings, like early morning, like 8 a.m. my time, which would be I guess that'd be noon England time or 2 in the afternoon Netherlands time, maybe something like that. I might, if I can get the podcast going and I can make a shitload of money off of it, I'll get a real studio and I'll go, high noon here. And so it'll be like 6 p.m. for you or something. Hell yeah. So if you're enjoying my content and somebody who's gone through the same kind of crap that might get something out of it, send it to them. That's how I grow. It's what do they call it? Guerrilla marketing. Cade Zimmerman, go San Antonio Spurs. Okay, well, I've got nothing against the Spurs. I just don't like San Antonio Police Department really, but no, Spurs are great, I guess. I mean, I'm not much of a basketball fan, but my kids and I will tell you, Cade, if you are a San Antonio Spurs fan, the kids and I made a video called Sportsing, and it's a spiff. It's a joke. And we were actually filming on location in San Antonio at the Alamo Dome. If you care to go look at it, it's called Sportsing. Jeff Ender, I just want to say that you and Parker are role models for not just me, but a lot of people. I actually idolize you too. This may sound corny out loud, but it's the damn truth. Well, thank you. No, it's not corny. It's strange. People say that to me. I swear to God, I'm just a dude. It's strange, but you're welcome. Again, I have no regrets for what we did. If I had any regrets, it'd be that I just wished I had more cameras going. Snake wearing shorts, so that means that Parker's 23 now. Correct. He sure is. Cadence Phelps, I would not have the patience that you did on that day. LMAO. Well, I'm glad you brought that up, Cadence. I need parents to learn patience. Patience is a virtue, so they say. When you get angry, and there's nothing wrong with getting angry, but it needs to be rare. And I'm not even religious anymore, but even the New Testament of the Bible talks about that. I believe, be slow to anger. You've got to have patience, because if you don't and you say something dumb out of anger, then it just makes things worse. That's why I say when people start, like when you pull your camera out, when people will start asking you, what's the camera for, and start talking, you're an asshole, Caleb Leverett, you're a jackass, you're a drunk, you smoke weed, or you're a horrible father, or whatever they say to me. Nothing. I knew what there could possibly try. I thought of every scenario, and I told myself before I even went, no matter what, I'm not going to say anything except pertinent information. I'm not getting into the drama. No idea what that was. Stephen Turner, I just said you leave because my Wi-Fi was acting like that, and it sounded like sometimes it does. I think it's partially on my end. I've still got to get one of those slick line cables. I forget what they're called. I just haven't done it. Chris P, it's crazy that people still ask how Parker's doing. It is, and I guess the only reason is, unfortunately, in the family courts, nothing's really changed. Like I said, people tell me all the time, that happened to me too. Me too. That happened. Oh my God, that happened to me too. And so they get interested in it, and they watch it. And naturally, I get it. They want to know, but I can't talk about their where they're at. I just can't. Sharon Holloway, I know your pain, Caleb. I've been walking on eggshells since 2012 and still do. It sucks. Yep, I walked on eggshells since 2007 is when I got divorced. Big John, what kind of truck do you have? The reason I'm asking is because I'm looking for a truck to buy. I've had a lot of trucks. My last truck that you see in the Blaine series, where I'm protesting there at Mex Hospital, I actually gave it to Parker. He drives it right now. It's a '01 Chevrolet 8 point. I always forget 8.1 or 8.3. I've had an 8.1 Dodge V10 Viper pickup. Actually, I had two of those many, many years ago. And the big, that wasn't a four. What's the 450? 502? Anyway, the big V8. The one in the Parker movie is actually just a half-ton pickup, half-ton Chevrolet small V8. Go Chicago Bulls. Did you go to court? I don't know if you said already. Man, I've been to court loads and loads of times. It's all over my channel, man. It's if y'all looking, I've got playlists called the Parker series and the Blaine series, and now these fall under the podcast, the recovered podcast series. Eccentric Fox 94. I've watched all of your video, or I haven't watched all of your videos yet, but my husband wants to know if you got full custody of Parker and did your custody exchange change with other kids. I never got custody of Parker. He just kind of, I moved down to San Antonio. He just kind of got 15 and a half, 16 and got his wheels and, pieced out. But with Blaine, yes, watch definitely Eccentric and Fox 94, watch the Blaine series. I got sued for the final time in 2017. And my kids, I'll call it a win, but it's really a win for the kids. They got to choose where they wanted to live, and Blaine got to choose to live with me. You have the right to record if you think you're in a situation where you need proof. Yes, know your rights. You can record in public. There's some states that say you can't record in public. I don't know how they constitutionally get away with that, because the Constitution or the Supreme Court has ruled over and over and over that it is perfectly legal on a federal level to film in court. Only places I know you can't film that are public places like RS buildings. But other than that, if you're in a public street, public area, of course you can record anything you want. Hello, Karen. How are you? I saw you again today, and no, you're not going to make me blush. Leo O'Brien. Caleb, I always imagine how that situation would have gone if you didn't record everything. Me too. Yeah, me too. I'm glad you brought that up. People tell me all the time after watching that, I wished I would have recorded. I wished I should have recorded. It's almost like a regret, because they know what happened. And then they go to court and it gets twisted. And it's he said, she said. It's their word against yours. That's exactly why you record. Of course, again, if you got a crooked judge like I had, like Judge Rex that threw me in jail, he saw the video. Hell, Officer Brandon Spinks in the Parker movie, he got on the stand and said, "Yes, Your Honor, my name is Officer Brandon Spinks, Odessa Police Department. Yes, sir, that is me in the video up on the screen that we've been watching. And yes, Your Honor, I told Mr. Leverett that he was free to go." Judge, there's my little gavel. Doesn't matter. 60 days in jail. He didn't care. That's one thing Mandy was saying earlier. People say you exploit, Caleb, you exploit your kids, and yet you're the one that went to jail. When you've got blatant people out there like, oh, Dana, what's the name of that? The YouTube family, that like the Abbott family or the Albert family or the whatever they're called, the Albritton. It's something, the something fam. They got like 10 million subs, and two young white, really, really white people. Like he's like 24 and she's like 30, and they've got cute little kids, but they exploit their kids, and it's disgusting. Well, don't know. Click. Come on. Oh, great. That's just fucking great. It's froze up. No idea. Page unresponsive. Wait. Well, this is just lovely. I have no idea if I'm still live or people. Oh, there it goes. Okay. I don't know why it does that. Sharon Holloway, you're an inspiration to many people, Caleb. By sharing your personal experience has touched many and given strength to those still fighting the system. And that's why I keep doing it. Thank you, Sharon. Or you're welcome, however the case may be. That's why I keep doing it, because people keep going through it. It keeps happening. Oh, I bet I could. No. Quit it. Stop that. The pro vlogger. I just finished the entire video. What's the aftermath? Did things get resolved with Parker and his mom? The pro vlogger, I can't go into all of it, but it is all on my channel. If you will go to the Parker series, it's just watch the whole Parker versus the man. Caleb gets his phone back from Parker's mom, and then fast forward and watch the Blaine series. That Blaine is his little brother. Then Next World didn't go through the family court stuff, but my father did. So you've got firsthand experience. If your father did it, yeah, then you know what it's like from that point of view. That's a damn shame. Not sure of that. Daddy of five, no. Not the Ace family. I guess Dannon had to leave. She was the one that guessed it last time. I'll think of it maybe. Big John, what sucks for me is that I'm related to law enforcement. Well, I mean, you can't help who your family and friends are, and if nothing else, you can just talk to them about, I ask them, watch this Parker movie. What would you have done? Do you agree with these two cops that de-escalated it, walked away, nobody got hurt besides one person's feelings? I'd be curious to hear what your law enforcement family would think, Big John, if what would they done if they were in that situation. A snake wearing shorts. I haven't seen the second video in the Parker series. Going to watch it when I have time. Okay, it's not quite as long. It's only like 35 minutes or so, but it's the worst. Grab a box of tissues. Not the Ace family. No, I can't remember their name. I reference them so much, you'd think I know it, but I can't stand I can't stand, especially that smug husband. I just cannot stand that guy. You'd think I'll have to write it down or something. I think it froze again. Well, kitties, we're at 59 minutes, and I've been going between an hour and 40 minutes here lately. And I just wanted to get on here, and I've covered everything I want to get to. Again, to recap for tomorrow at 8 p.m. Sorry for the people in Europe. That's going to be like 3 a.m. for you. I'm going to have on Caesar. Where was it? Caesar Quintana. Like I said, I just talked, or not even talked to him. We just emailed just last night and this morning. So Caesar Quintana is going to be on tomorrow at 8. And let me know what. I'm just going to go ahead and put that link here, and that way it'll show up in case I forget to put it in the description. I'm going to try not to. There, the link to Cesar Quintana's story is right there if y'all want to hold it or click on it and save it to read later, whatever. Here's a new person, Joe Plunkett. I saw your video on CGA, Coach Greg Adams. There seems to be a blatant attack on men and especially fathers. Can you explain why this is and what we can do about it to put things back together? Thanks. I personally think this started 5 decades ago. I personally think this is because of Title IV defunding of the Social Security Act, which funds state attorneys general to hire people to get more child support. In particular, particularly back in the 70s. This isn't a sexist thing. It's just how it was. Women typically didn't work as much as they do now. They didn't have near the income equality that they've got now. And when they get divorced, the man, the husband, the father was always or usually the one with the breadwinner. And so it started out as a welfare program simply to help mothers that are really in need. Maybe they had to get rid, out of a 20-year, horribly abusive relationship. And, like with many government programs that allegedly start out with good intentions, wind up getting abused. And that now you have what we have today. It's a money racket. So mothers were getting divorced, and especially no fault divorce went through. They could get the divorce even if it wasn't justified, even if there was no reason other than I'm just bored. That's a whole topic in and of itself. But it just morphed into a cash cow, $60 billion a year money-making cash cow. And I thank you, by the way. Coach, I saw Coach Greg Adams' video where he covered the Parker movie. He said he wanted to have me on. I haven't heard from him. I know he's busy, but maybe I like to talk to him. I did find out, if I'm not mistaken, Coach Greg Adams. I was reading some of those comments earlier. Is he a MGTOW? He kind of came across to me as a MGTOW, of which I'm not anymore. I was for about a year. But either way, I'd love to talk to him. There you go, Dannon. Yes, thank you. The LeBrant family. Yes, that is those exploiting scumbag parents that I absolutely cannot stand. Why those two people aren't in jail, I have no idea. They're horrible people. They are absolutely horrible people. Index World, it's all right. Stream whenever you want. We can always catch up later. Yeah, that's true. But some people enjoy the live and catching it live. I get it. Joe Plunkett, looking forward to seeing a collaboration between you, the Notorious DAT, and the Notorious CGA. I would love it if you know him or send him some messages or something. Yeah, I'd really like to talk to the guy. He seems like he's very we are obviously going to have some disagreements on some things, but he's a very intelligent man. I can't wait to talk. I'd love to talk to him. Thomas Chiari, what did the custody situation that being your children? Thomas, it is all on my channel. Watch the Blaine series, watch the Parker series. Mazen, thank you for saying name right first try. Oh, I'm originally Egyptian, so everyone usually messes it up. If I get rich one day, I'm sending you $1 million. You deserve a vacation after everything you've been through. Well, Mazen, thank you very much. If you're that rich that you can afford $1 million and you wouldn't miss it, I'd probably just go ahead and take it. But thank you. Steven, turn on my head out, but I hope to see you're doing good. Thanks, man. Take care, Steven. Natalia Nakoryakova. Maybe I got that right. Haven't seen you for a while. How have you been? You lost weight. Thank you, Natalia. I have. I lost a shitload of weight. In fact, this shirt right here, I have had for at least 10 or 12 years. And I had to quit wearing it because my fat ass couldn't fit in it. all this was just way too tight. I've lost like 36 pounds. Now I've got these sexy rocking abs that I've got going here, and I love showing them off and acting like a fucking beta, and I don't care who it pisses off. I like it. I'm damn proud of it. I quit drinking August 21st this year, be 2 years. And then December 3rd of last year, I started going to the gym every day, just about every day with Blaine. And now me and Hayden Blaine, we're all into it, and we're all getting ripped. I posted a picture of Hayden and I on my community tab, but thank you very much. Miss Mary, there she is. How are you? I remember your MGTOW phase. I rolled my eyes at your posts more than once. I appreciate your honesty. At least I'm honest about it. See, Mary and I go way back on Facebook. Like, I don't even know how many years, a long time. And yeah, I was very angry. I was very hurt. I was at rock bottom, and I hated all female human beings except for London. Like, I even grew up my own mother and my own family. It was bad. It was really bad. And in my opinion, and I could be wrong, but in my opinion, that's what mostly MGTOW is when they've got legitimate reasons for being mad. These men do. I get it. Like, I really get it. But I think they take it too far by extending it, the hatred, or at least it's perceived as hatred. At least it's perceived that way to me, of all women. I think it's a terrible place to stay. I was there. You know, they do have some good points, some very good points. And I guess it's an okay place to land at rock bottom. Just don't stay there. Because even my own friend Mary's like, okay, you were just fucking horrible. I know that's what she really wants to say. You're fucking horrible. Hi, DeFi Dad. Yeah, no fault divorce and unilateral divorce is a joke. What's the point in getting married? Seriously, but really, what is the point of getting married? If there's no benefit to both parties, really, what is the point? Good question. That'd be a good conversation to have. We could probably spend a whole podcast on that. Did you ever hear the 8-passenger family? I have not. Mazen, unfortunately, you're going to have to wait until I finish school, though. Haha, I ain't making money yet. You will. No, I'm not. I got faith in you. CGA, Coach Greg Adams, is a free agent lifestyle. Yes. It's about options and getting leverage in situations, which is smart. Like a free agent, athlete can negotiate. Yeah. Except, not except, but I don't know a whole lot about it. I've just watched, a couple of his videos where he's talking about and our video, and then some other, just like a free agent, an athlete, a free agent, a single man can be a free agent and not get tied to the blatantly obvious family court brood gold diggers, which he and I are totally in agreement on that. Like, MGTOW or not, I just can't stand gold diggers. LOL, don't get started, Karen. Y'all are funny. Hush. Stop it, Sam Mua. Dilf, LOL. Hardy, har. And stop. I'm going to put you in timeout. Trust me, I will. Brittany Woodward, so happy for your son standing his ground against his narc. Yes, Mom. Swear it scared me to see her switch from nagging mother to crying, bobbling ass. Little Hispanic cop, though, 100%. Well, thank you, Brittany Woodward. His name was Officer Rocha, and he was the man of the hour. And speaking of Coach Greg Adams, I saw he was really critical of the other officer, Brandon Spinks. And this is one thing I would love to discuss with him. I see why people get a little perturbed at him, like, dude, shut up. Like, dude, shut up. You changed your mind. I get that. But I will give Officer Brandon Spinks credit here. As far as officers go, we've all seen the videos. If you're in that type of realm where you watch police brutality videos a lot, we've all seen that cop that gets corrected by another cop, and they just lose their shit, and they escalate it because they've got this ooga booga ego problem. And you have to give Officer Brandon Spinks. He made a mistake. Officer Rocha corrected him, and he was like, "Oh, okay, but like, thanks, partner. I didn't realize they made the mistake." That's why I don't get on. I don't trash talk him or anything like that, because it could have been a lot worse. He could have been a told dick like, "Fuck you, man. This is I know what I'm talking about." And they could have had that pissing contest, but he's like, "Okay, I made a mistake. Maybe you're right, and we'll go from there." So I give him credit for that. Luke Walker, how are you doing tonight, Kayla? I'm doing well. I'm probably going to get off, or I think I'm going to get off. But the comments just started coming back really fast again. SPX, I sat and watched the 1 hour video the other day and want to thank you for your videos. Well, you're welcome, SPX, and thank you for watching. I was being cool. You started it. Okay, maybe I walked into it. Joe Plunkett, as a dad myself, has gone through some of the same things. I've said hard work and dedication pay off. A lot of MGTOW help men go through the red pill rage and navigate through it and get through it. Yeah, exactly. Again, they have some good qualities about them. They really, really do. One of the MGTOW guys, right on the tip of my tongue. Oh, he's been around forever. He's been on 60 Minutes, and he used to be on all the talk shows. He wrote an article specifically about us, and he had some very kind words to say about us. I'm embarrassed. I can't remember his name. He did delete me off Facebook, so maybe he's got mad at me. But I know I got a little crazy there for a while, so I don't blame him. God, it's going to drive me nuts. I can't think of his name. As soon as I get off here, it's going to come right to me. Brittany Woodward, yes, he was awesome. He is also the hero beside your son, that dad. Well, my son, maybe, not me. SPX, how are you and your son doing now? All of my 3 sons and I are great. Big John, I'm sorry, Kayla, I have to go because I have to get up early for work. Go. Your work is way more important, man. No problem. Caden Zanell, will you ever do an update kind of video on Parker? Only if he wants to. Dan and both cops were so kind regarding your recording and by not forcing anyone to do anything. Yeah, I mean, Spinks said, hey, that's cool. Yeah, I know I'm recording too. No biggie. And then Rocha came over and he said, because you're doing a good thing by recording to show whoever you need to show. And they're like totally fine with it. And I'd dare say if every cop in America acted like those cops, I think we'd have a lot better, a lot less mean society. You wouldn't have, well, the ACAB crowd wouldn't be so vocal. I guarantee you that. There'd be no reason to. Yambasso, what is the relationship with Parker's mom now? See what I mean? I can't talk about that. I don't talk about any of my kids' relationships with any other person because I think it'd be really rude if I did that. Unethical, maybe. Luke Walker, my little brother loves your videos, Caleb. Or Luke, tell your little brother I said hello. Martin Coleman, hi. Hello. Karen, I'm out of here before I really make you blush. See you tomorrow. LOL. All right. Take care, Karen. Thanks. You're my favorite Avenger. No, I'm not. No hero. Jason, Caleb, we all love you. We're here. You did the right thing. Well, thank you. It's just Caitlin. Have you watched Edward Scissorhands? No, I haven't. I have looked, though. It's just Caitlin. I've looked on Prime and I've looked on Netflix. Those are the 2 that I've got. I don't have Hulu and I don't have Paramount Plus and I don't have whatever. God knows I get tired of paying so many monthly fees, but I'm going to watch Edward Scissorhands someday because that came out when I was like 12 or 14. And Amber Heard was like 4 years old when that movie came out. And she is now world famous for, just sticking her foot in her mouth again. Jesus Christ. Says the man who convinced the world that he had scissors for hands. You don't believe that? She was 4. She was 4. She just like totally wrecked. She screwed that whole thing. She could have lived the perfect life the rest of her life. She'd have just been cool. What a moron, Amber Heard. Windex World, I believe they all have a reason for joining MGTOW, but a wise lesson is that other perspectives outside your own views can teach you a lot more. Yeah, I didn't like, there wasn't a formal handshake. I started listening to a lot of the MGTOW guys, and like I said, I'd give them my story and we could sit and cry together, and they made me feel better. And again, it's a nice place to fall into, but you just don't want, in my opinion, you don't want to stay there. How is your son from all those years ago? Z and Key Gaming. He's great. Joe Plunkett, I appreciate you sharing what dads go through and helping with solutions on what we can do about it. Keep up the good work and never forget where we gone through. If one person can be helped, it was worth it. Well, you're welcome, Joe. I like it. Oh my gosh. I'm going to pull this up. I'm kidding. Literally Parker's age. By the way, anybody that's Parker, my oldest and younger, which is now 23, anybody that's 23 and younger, I just call them kids. It's nothing, not meant to be insulting. I could pull it up, but I'm just going to read. This is from Mustang Chris, and he commented on the Parker's 17th birthday. You know what's crazy about this? Me and Parker, let me get that off so it's not distracting. You know what's crazy about this? Me and Parker went through the exact same thing at the same time. I was finally able to leave my mother's home in February of 2016. I've never looked back since. God, I'm grateful to be from homeless to making 6 figures. I never watched this particular video, the Parker's 17th birthday. I never watched this particular video until now, but Parker's first video inspired me and encouraged me to do the same. I hope this young man is doing great now. Well, Mustang Chris, I hope you are doing great now. Yeah, all my kids are doing well. That was really cool. This kid he's Parker's age. He went to the same crap, got away from his toxic parent in 2016. So 6 years ago, I assume he just went to work, busted his ass, and now he's making 6 figures. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I like to hear. That's what I want to aspire to see people get to that point. Don't take offense. I'm gay and was wondering if you're bi or straight. I'm a bottom. I don't take offense, but I don't really talk about sex positions on here. I'm straight. Tristan, when did Hayden turn 21? Like last month. June 28th. I got 3 kids born in June. The last 3 are all born in June, 12th, 18th, and 28th. Sam Abraham, what's the situation with Parker now? Is he completely uninvolved? Again, see, I can't talk about it. He's great. I can say that much. And I just can't talk about what he's relationship with other people. There you go. Thank you. Mary Townsend, I would love to come on sometime and talk about how family court screws over men by making them pay alimony or go to jail. Absolutely, Mary. I know you've been around here for a while. Send me an email and we'll chat a little bit, and I'd love to have you on. Absolutely. I'm really about to get off here. Blaze HDSC, we all got recommended the same video at the same time. Yeah, it comes about 2 to 3, sometimes 4 times a year. Usually about 3 times a year, and it starts right now, and then in the fall it'll start again, and then early or about mid, like dead middle of winter, it'll surge again. But thank you for showing up. The two of clubs. I get children don't always get what's right, but I'm still speechless. That when the child expresses that his mother is abusive, they still force him to live with him. That's where I'm at. Is I get it. He's not 14 or not year olds are not legal adults, but they are much closer to being legal adults than they are being toddlers that are sucking on mama's teats. They can make a basic choice on the fly on where they want to put their head down, if it's at mom's house or dad's house. If they know mom and they don't know dad, and they know mom, if they know dad, and they just want to go for whatever the reason is, especially if they've got allegations of bad behavior by the other parent, just let them go. Don't do that to your kids. Don't do what happened to my kids to your kids. Thank you for that. Brittany Woodward, does Parker have any type of relate? With his mom now, or does he have boundaries with her? Brittany, I know you're apparently new. I just cannot talk about my kids' relationship with other people. All I can say is they are doing well. Well, Mary, you're more than welcome. Mary Townsend hates drama. I don't know what that means. Luke Walker, have you ever seen the previews of the new Thor movie? No, but Hayden was telling me about it. He was like, literally just today, we were in the gym and he was talking about it. I don't know if I can watch the Thor movie after watching The Boys on Amazon Prime. Oh my goodness. I just don't think I can ever. In fact, I don't think I can ever watch another Marvel. That's the thumbnail y'all clicked on. If you don't know the guy on the right, what America got for wanted versus what America got, that's Homelander. And he's a his character is a terrible, powerful human being. And I absolutely love his character. He's absolutely hilarious. And Butcher, oh my God. And MM is hilarious. He's always putting up with Butcher's shit and getting tired of it. Jaden Everett, it's absolutely amazing what you're able to do for your son. I was so proud of him watching that video. So happy. Well, thank you, Jaden. Leo O'Brien, you handled yourself well with the stepdad constantly butting into the conversation between you, Parker, and his mom. Thank you, Leo. That's what I try to hit home. It's it can be a very triggering scenario to be in whenever stepdad is, simping and butting in and trying to, just getting in business that's none of his fucking business. I encourage people who get in that situation, bite your tongue. Don't do anything that will, even if it's right, but it's legally illegal. Like, don't do anything dumb that's going to get you put away for years. Because as badly as and as right as you would be to physically do something about it, or morally right as you would be, rather, your child needs you out of the little jail. They need you out into, the big prison that we're all in. Stay in the big prison. Stay in the big pen. No, it's a joke. I mean, it's kind of true, but it's a joke. I encourage people, don't do anything. Just assume a camera is on somewhere and assume a judge is going to see it, and don't, just keep your mouth shut, and don't attack, and don't do anything that a judge would throw you in jail for, because your child needs you in their life, not in jail. Brittany Woodward, totally understand. I hope them the best in life, no matter what, though, whatever. Okay, well, thank you. We like waves, and Caleb is surfing it, and respect for not bringing up the kids' relationship. Mom's manipulated mine for the bigger part of my life. Well, thank you. You're welcome. Joe Plunkett, remember to hit that like button and subscribe. It is a free way to show your appreciation. It really is. I'm working out now, and this is such a good motivation for it. It's a good way to let the rage out and be productive. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Nobody's ever told me that. You're working out and listening to my podcast, and it's a good way to get the rage out and productive. Thanks, man. Like, I really appreciate that. And it does help. If you would, I am really about to get off. If you would, before you leave, just give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you hate me. Believe it or not, that helps me too. That's how I get the haters back. Suckers. Mazen, every time I'm in this live stream, it makes me want to be a dad, but I get worried of a crazy toxic relationship. You should be. I ain't even finished high school yet. What's wrong with me? By the way, pineapple don't go on pizza. Amen, brother. Yeah, you were so young. If you're still in high school, dude, just trust me. And I'll talk to you the way I talk to my own boys their whole life. You got a whole life out there. There's a whole world of cool shit that you've probably never even heard of. Most people, or a lot of people, stay in the same place, in the same town their whole lives. They get married. They do what mom and dad did. They repeat the cycle, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that if you're happy. But when you're young, and this is a whole new era we're in, this isn't the 80s. My generation, we were the last. We didn't know how badass we had it. We were the last generation to not have stupid cell phones and computers and all the crap that go. I mean, these are cool, but it was just a different time. You're young, man. Stay single, stay sober. Don't knock any girls up. If you're a girl, be careful and don't let a boy knock you up. Go out and see the world and explore and find out who you are, because I promise, more than likely, at age 17, 18, 19, even through your early 20s, you're probably not going to know fully who you are until later in life. Find out who you are. In the meantime, have a goddamn good time. Go to work, save money, go to the gym, and listen to this podcast and get ripped and sweet like Cartman. Yeah, there's plenty of time if you're that age if you want to be a father, don't even think about it. Just go enjoy life. That's exactly what I tell all my kids. Mary Townsend, it's terrible how many men have free access to children because moms lets them around, but a fit father has to pay and beg the court. Yeah, that's like that old saying, I had to fight tooth and nail, which begs the question, why did I ever have to fight at all? Why was I presumed to be guilty of being this horrible parent worthy of paying out the ass for child support and alimony? I can get to the alimony later. I've talked about it, and then on top of that, trading time when I got behind on child support, trading that what I couldn't pay for time with my kids. Why should I have to do that? That makes absolutely no sense. Kind of like jailing a guy for unable to pay. Well, how do you think a person's going to pay jack squat if he's in debtor's prison? Sean O'Mudson, I hope Caleb's doing good. I'm great. I assume you mean Parker, but yeah, he's great. Aya MC, I'm new on here. I was wondering if you do this full time or if you have another job on the side. I've been trying to start up something like this recently. I have side jobs. I was doing some subcontracting before this. I retired from my main job about 2 years ago when I left that shithole called Texas, and I moved to this beautiful, serene, beautiful area called Florida. So I did finally quit my real job, but I've always got side jobs that I do. My back's bad. I've got a really bad back. I've got to be careful when I lift. I can't do rows anymore. Certainly can't do deadlifts. I have to be really careful on squats. I can't do a lot of weight. I have to even be careful with sitting in this chair. I have to intentionally keep my posture right, or because if I slunch over too much. But anyways, I do have just some side jobs, but my stated goal is I want to do this full time. I mean, and now I do it full time, but I want this to be my primary source of income. That's my goal. Bill, I agree, man. Don't have a child if you're still a teen, but it's your choice and the commitment you will have to step up big time. Bill knows exactly what he's talking about. It changes your whole world, your whole life, your goals, everything gets changes when you got a baby, especially when you're young. Tristan, how old are you when your first kid was born? I was 20 years old. I Parker was born March 4th when I was 20, and I turned 21 a month later on April 10th. That's my birthday. So right before my 21st birthday, and it's still too young. It's just, to me, in my opinion, it's still too young. I personally think best case scenario earliest is your late 20s. If you're gonna have kids, just wait till your late 20s. Nothing wrong with even waiting until your early 30s. Nothing wrong with that at all. Um, I'd like to see you try, buddy. All right, I'm gonna boot you. Good luck. IMC. Okay, I already got to that person. Got that. Reed Pilkerton. Hey, Caleb, I've been feeling down recently and have been allowing the naysayers into my brain. They won't leave, and all I can hear are the endless shoutings. Any advice? Yes. For me, I can give you advice on works for me. It tends to work for a lot of people. If people like that get to you, you need to find a way to burn some energy. And the best way I know to do it, the cheapest, as a matter of fact, for that is get a gym membership. Like, I don't know if you're into drugs and alcohol. I hope you're not. If you are, hey, get off that crap. If that shit doesn't help, regardless of what Hollywood says, that's bullshit. It's just crap, especially alcohol. Yeah, I would burn lots and lots of calories, and you'll wind up. At first, you won't see a lot of results, but if you keep going, you'll get sore. It'll be a little frustrating, but then you'll start feeling like, damn, that feels good. And then you'll notice your body start changing. You'll make friends there. People, just kind of talk to you, and uh, you, people help you out, like maybe spot you. Yeah, I would. That's exactly what I'd do. That if you don't have access to a gym, walk around or even run. Really, really burn some calories. Find something, a hobby. A hobby's, reading's a hobby, and reading's awesome, which I highly recommend. But I find I sleep better when I burn a lot of calories, and when I'm stressed and getting depressed, and you're just tired of the people nagging. I like to get out in nature and breathe the air and feel the sun on my skin and sweat and get stinky and get in the dirt sometimes. That's what I would do. Hey, Kayla, I need some pointers how to pick up. I'm 37. Dude, just stop, dude. Like, I don't know. That's not really funny to me. Nicole Demicelli. So glad to catch you live, Caleb. Recently saw the video regarding Parker. I think you're an amazing father. Well, thank you, Nicole. I appreciate that. Bill, I wouldn't know as I'm only 15, but I can guess being a father is a hard job because while your partner is pregnant, you have to take care of them as well. If you're 18, you may want to go to college as well. Yes. Okay. Well, you're young, but you're bright. You're a year older than Parker was, which means, you've got a brain. You've probably experienced, I would imagine, if it wasn't your own parents, somebody, them and their parents. Tori, I was 34 when I had my kids. Oh, okay. Yeah, Tori. I was sorry. I had tunnel vision. Josh Backer. I remember how my my friend had to deal with what Parker had to go through. Sucks, huh? Amazing. My Florida brother. I'm in Tampa. I feel like Florida is the only state that's beautiful and ghetto at the same time. Yeah, kind of. That's okay. I like it. By the way, if you put milk before cereal, shame on you. Take care. All right. Take care, Madison. Thanks, man. Zolo. Caleb, I know this is weird, but can I wish my friend Hannon a happy birthday? Absolutely. Happy birthday, Hannon. Your friend Zolo got on here and wished you happy birthday. That's not weird at all. That's fine. Murderworth, Trinity. Does Parker live with you? No, Parker's a grown man. Yeah, I can, dude. Fucking weirdo. What is wrong with these people? You cannot silence me, Caleb. All right. Oh, do you need any more Whomping Willows? Damn right. Dan, I can't do it on the fly because I only do. You're hired, Dan. As soon as I get off here, thank you very much. Yes. Well, kiddies, see you, man. All right, thanks, Bill. I am going to leave, and Dana, thank you for offering for that. And yes, bless your heart. I know Dwayne, he was here earlier, but I know everybody can't stay all the time. Miss Mary was here; she's another one, and she can't stay all the time. But yes, thank you very much, Dana, and I will get you right on that. Oh no, Miss Mary's kicked off. It's okay. I didn't do it. I promise. But yeah, Dannon offered. She's been here. She's cool as hell. She's been here for as long, at least the full month that I've been doing this, maybe longer. I'm not sure, but I'm going to get her on too, Miss Mary. But thank you, Miss Mary. You're awesome. Thank you for your brutal honesty. Tell me what a dick I was all those MGTOW years ago. I just love you to pieces. But thanks everyone, and I will see you tomorrow. We're going to have Caesar. Caesar Quintana is going to be on tomorrow, and he's the dad whose 2-year-old child was kidnapped by his own mother and taken to Ukraine, of all places. And he's actually contemplating and willing to, or maybe he's already been. That particular article is like 3 or 4 months old. He may have already been over there. I really don't know, but I've only briefly talked to him on email, and he wants to come on tomorrow, and I'm really looking forward to it. So anyways, I will talk to y'all tomorrow at 8 p.m. And please do not, or at least consider not hitting your cheerings. Bye.